Alright guys, week 17 starts off with what was a banger last year, Jets and Browns. Maybe it'll be a similar game, guys. Joe Flacco's had some wild games this year. This should be a crazy Thursday nighter, even though we've got a pretty big disparity in the matchup. Yeah, let's go. Thursday Night Football, last one of the year. Here's the preview. With that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the Week 17 Thursday Night Football preview. Of course, it is the last Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a rematch of actually last year, way back in Week 2. The Jets and the Browns. Of course, Jets coming in at 6-9. Nice. Their season's kind of basically over, but they can play spoiler. Who the Browns this week and shatter their chances of making the playoffs, clinching at least this week. Of course. For the Jets last week, they handed the Commanders, what is it, their eighth? No, not their eighth straight. Their sixth straight loss with that 30-28 nearly blown game. But of course, they go. Of course, with Trevor Siemian, they go into Cleveland. With the Browns, of course, reside winners of 3 in a row. They just slaughtered the Texans. They, of course, can clinch that 5th seed most likely if they're able to go and beat the Jaguars. Not Jaguars. And beat the Jets this week. And who knows? They might have a shot at the division if the Ravens just lose out, which. I mean, you might not think could happen, but it's still possible. So the Browns, their division hopes are still alive. Of course, with Joe Flacco and Amari Cooper, those guys going crazy. They might actually sit their starters next week if they can clinch that 5th seed. So that'll be very interesting there. Either way, though, again, this game will be at 8:15 on Amazon Prime Video and NFL Plus. Again, it will be the last Prime Video game of the year. Obviously, with what is it called? TNF tonight at 7, and then also the nightcap after the game. Announcing this game, as always, will be Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit, and Kaylee Hartung. Westwood 1, Ian Eagle, and Joe Thomas. The weather, let's see, Cleveland weather. There we go. The weather in Cleveland, it will be, no, that's not good. There we go. Let's say 9. 44 degrees, a little bit of wind, only 8 miles per hour, and mostly cloudy. So, decent weather for this game. Of course, the biggest picture for this game, though, was the fact that last year when the Jets and Browns played in Cleveland, the Browns, going into the 2-minute warning, were up 30-17. And a Corey Davis blown coverage touchdown and a Garrett Wilson touchdown onside kick later. Yeah, the Jets were ahead before Jacoby Brissett, of course, the Browns' starting quarterback for 11 games last year, threw a game-clinching pick to Ashton Davis, which gave the Jets a 31-30 win. Very interesting game last year. We could definitely see a very similar game, too, because, of course, Joe Flacco led that comeback for the Jets against the Browns. Of course, now he's on the Browns, so who knows what will happen, especially with the Jets almost blowing that game last week. Who knows? Maybe they'll take it to the Browns, and the Browns will come back. That would be a really good way to end this Thursday night football season, of course, which has been a crap shoot of games. With all that said, though, let's get right into the Jets starting lineup. And for the Jets, Zach Wilson again is out. Trevor Siemian will start. Brett Rippon is his backup. Aaron Rodgers again is out. Brees Hall, Dalvin Cook in the backfield. Israel Abanikanda is questionable, as well as Alan Lazard. Jimmy Rucker, the backup tight end, is out, so Kenny Yeboah will probably get some snaps, as well as Garrett Wilson, Jason Brownlee, and Xavier Gibson, a receiver. Kyle Conklin, of course, is their starting tight end. Mekhi Becton, what is it called? Lagan Tomlinson, Joe Tippmann, Max Mitchell, and Carter Warren across the offensive line, Connor McGovern, Wes Schweitzer, Quentin Jefferson, Ifedi Odiingbo, Al Woods, Bradley and Nye, Malik Hall, Zaire Barnes, Chuck Clark, and Jalver Guidry are all on IR. Of course, looking at the off the edge, you do have John Franklin Myers, Bryce Huff, who I think that's he's 8 sacks here. Bryce Huff is a stud, guys. Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald IV, and Carl Lawson, who's basically just disappeared off the edge, as well as Solomon Thomas and Quentin Williams, a defensive tackle, Jamin Sherwood, C.J. Mosley, Quincy Williams at linebacker, Sauce Gardner, Michael Carter, and DJ Reed at corner. Cody Adams, Jordan Whitehead are their safeties. Of course, Ashton Davis will definitely get in there too. With what he's been able to do the past couple weeks, and also again when he's considering he's playing against the Browns, who again he had a really good game against last year. Of course, Greg Zorlin, the kicker, is questionable. I bet he'll play though. Thomas Morissette is their punter. The returner is Xavier Gibson, and Thomas Hennessy is their long snapper. All right, Joe Flacco running the offense. Deshaun, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Nick Chubb, Jakeem Grant Sr., Jedrick Wills Jr., Dawson Deaton, DeJuan Jones, Jack Conklin, Maurice Hurst. What is it called? Grant Delpit, Rodney McLeod, those guys are on IR. When is Jedrick Wills coming back? Oh, my bad. I forgot he's out for the season. Same thing with Jack Conklin, right? He's out for the season? Yeah, he is too. All right. What about DeJuan Jones? Isn't he out for the season too? You bet. All right. Although, yeah, the Browns don't have a tackle. It kind of makes sense, though. Obviously, though, P.J. Walker back at the backer spot. Again, if you didn't know, he only has 1 touchdown and 5 interceptions this year. Yeah, that's pretty bad. 19.6 QBR. I mean, I hate QBR, but, like, that kind of does paint the picture a little bit. Jerome Ford, Kareem Hunt, Wash in the backfield. Pierre Strong Jr. is also there. Did you know this dude's, like, 215 pounds? He is not a small back. Amari Cooper, the man, the myth, the legend, is questionable. David Bell, Cedric Tillman, and Elijah Moore are healthy. Marquise Goodwin's questionable. Michael Woods is still on the PUP list. Achilles. Oh, wait. He might be back for the playoffs, which his team should make. David Njoku, Harrison Bryant, tight end. Jerron Christian, Joe Batonio, Ethan Pope, Wyatt Teller, James Hudson across the offensive line. Drew Forbes is out. Myles Garrett, Dalvin Thomas, and Jordan Elliott across the defensive line. Ogbo Okoronkwo is out. Of course, you got Zarius Smith, J.O.K., Anthony Walker Jr. is out. Jordan Kazuchek is probably going to start at middle linebacker or Tony Fields. So figure someone out there. And obviously, Sony Taki at sub linebacker. Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, Kramer Mitchell, or, of course, Martin Emerson Jr. at corner. D'Anthony Bell is your strong safety. Juan Thornhill's questionable free safety. Ronnie Hickman could start there. More likely, Deron Harmon, though, former Raider. Dustin Hopkins is out at kicker. Of course, he really screwed up his leg. They'll probably figure out someone to start there. Let me think. All right. Browns kicking situation. There we go. Did not spell that right. Dustin Hopkins. Okay, who's kicking? Browns kicker. Versus Jets. Who's playing? Who's playing? Bro, who's gonna play? They're not giving me a kicker. Alright, so they're going to get a punter because, what is it called? Corey Boricas blew out his knee. So, my guess is they're going to figure something out at punter. I don't know what the hell they're doing at kicker, guys. Like, literally no idea. James Brochet and, what is it called? Pierre Strong Jr. are your returners. And, of course, Charlie Hewlett's doing your long snapping. At least you got a long snapper. As long as you have a long snapper, you guys should be fine. Jesus. Why do you guys gotta get hurt this year? Like, this is, like, your year. Like, why did all these guys have to get hurt? Like, actually. Time to, keys to the game grades, though. My bad, another grade, just the keys to the game. Whatever, for the Jets, Trevor Siemian throwing for over 200 yards. I have a hard time believing this team will be able to move the football on the ground exclusively. I really think that, again, if Trevor Siemian can do something through the air, again, gain some momentum, I think that can keep this team in the game for a part of it. Because, again, outside of that, this offense is going to just get absolutely nothing done. Bruce also having to light up the Browns linebackers. I mean by, like, making them look stupid. Not, like, actually running over them, because I just don't see that happening. And over 300 total yards of offense, too. That's not going to be easy either. Like, again, you're going to Cleveland. You're not supposed to be able to do this type of stuff. Again, if they're able to do just one of these, they might have a shot. Defensively, though, Sauce, Gulu, do Amari the whole game. Yeah, you don't want to mess around with Amari Cooper. Just put Sauce on him and see what happens. Jordan Whitehead, 7+ tackles. Again, he doesn't have to do much. Again, he's just got to figure out how to stop the run. Jordan Ford can't get anything going. Joe Flacco will have to air the ball out, and he'll already be back there to stop it. 2+ forced turnovers. Again, that's probably the biggest thing. Again, Bryce Huff gets a little risky with some of the moves he makes. Obviously, what is called John Frankenmeyer's winning fast would help with that, too. And obviously, sub 75 rating against for a whole entire defense, too. They've got to do a good job in coverage. Very disciplined. Again, if they get beat over the middle, it's not as bad as they get beat over the top on the boundary. Because, again, they just don't have the guys that I think can keep up in pursuit there. And that's really all I got for the Jets, guys. Again, their season's already over. So, I mean, okay, worst case, you get blown out and you still have a better draft pick. But I actually want to keep playing spoilers for a Browns team that is really heading full head of steam towards the playoffs. Yeah, no one pictured it to be Trevor Siemian versus Joe Flacco in Week 8, considering it was supposed to be Deshaun Watson versus Aaron Rodgers, but obviously no Joe Flacco on the other side of this matchup from last year. But basically what I want is finding the ball to get the ball to Jerome Ford with efficiency like you were able to do against the Rams back in Week 13. If he can play well, this offense will probably have a pretty good day. Elijah Moore with over 100 yards receiving as well, getting the football, and don't turn over the ball 2 or more times. Again, 2 or less, I'm okay at Joe Flacco throws a pick or 2, but as long as they're continue to get those big plays, the running game with Jerome Ford can be a little better as opposed to Elijah Moore getting open like we saw in Week 13 and Week 14. I think this offense will have a big day. But obviously, the biggest thing for the Browns is, again, they're going to go with the playoffs, guys. So, again, it's really just about not taking too many risks. Because, again, 11-5 is right there for you guys. If you guys get to an 11-5, obviously, the Bills are going to be right in your butt to that 5 seed. But, wait, don't you guys have the tiebreaker over the Bills? I swear, I think you guys do. So, you guys could probably see your starters in Week 18 and still be okay. I mean, I don't know how many guys you have left, but still. Yeah, clinch playoff spot with a win, so that would be great. Defensively, though, don't give up more than up 10 or more points in the first half. If they do that, I just don't want to put your offense in a hole, and also this defense really wants to get rolling. Get Myles Garrett 3+ sacks. He's close to like 20, I think. Yeah, that would be nice. He had a second half shutout just for the fun of it, but yeah, that's really all I got for this Browns defense. They should be able to dominate this game. And with that's all I got for the Week 17 Thursday Night Football preview, of course. It is the last Thursday night game of the year. And yeah, here was the ending to that game last year in Week 2, which was just such a wild game, guys. Hope you guys enjoy the game. Here's the ending from last year's game. Yeah, see you for the recap and the preview for Saturday's game on Saturday. But yeah, I'll be here for the recap of this game tomorrow. But until then, hope you guys enjoy the game.
6, 7, 8 yards here.
York hit a 65-yarder today during warm-ups. Brissett's pass intercepted. It's picked off. Ashton Davis. And the Jets turning the lights out on the Browns.
That is just a disappointing play there for Jacoby Brissett.